ahead, lie down on your back side. All right, you can just lie down. Again, today we are going to use a small loop band and our long Thera band. If you have one, great. If not, no big deal. But those are going to be the props that I use. We'll start prop free, so you can just lie back, relax. We'll go ahead. You can either have your legs long or your knees bent, whatever feels the best for you. But just lying down on your backside. Alrighty, so from here, we're just gonna kind of check in with our body. We haven't done Pilates since last Wednesday. Oh my gosh, so we'll make sure that we're kind of checking in with our 5 basic principles, checking in with our body, and then we'll get this party started. All right, so starting off with our breath, take a nice strong inhale in through your nose, and then a nice purposeful exhale out through your mouth. And as we breathe in, we want to think about creating a 3-dimensional breath. So our ribs expand to the front, to the sides, and to the back, so we can fill our lungs up with air. And then as you exhale, you just want to feel your abs start to slightly engage to help you press the air back out. We'll do one more big inhale like that, and then a nice purposeful exhale. And we'll continue breathing. We're just going to check out our hips. Feel free to place your hands on the frontmost part of your hip bones. We're going to do some pelvic tilting. So on your inhale, just allow your hip bones to get a little closer to your thighs. So you want to rock your pelvis forward. And then on your exhale, we're going to lift up through the pelvic floor muscles, pull the hip bones down towards the floor, the belly button pulls in. So it's an inhale, we tilt the pelvis forward. You feel your lower back start to arch away from the floor. We're like, that can be good. And then exhale, we pull everything in, pressing our lower back in. We'll do one more like that. Inhale to tilt forward, and we're just being a little extra excessive with this motion. And then exhale, same thing. We're exaggerating our imprint spine. From here, we're going to find neutral pelvis, so both hip bones nice and even. We do have a little bit of space between our lower back and the mat, but not so much so that we're arching through the lower spine. And then we'll move up to the ribs once we've got our nice neutral pelvis. We want to find a spot where all of the ribs on the backside are gently pressing into the mat, right? And that way we can really feel with those inhales, our ribs expanding and they press into the mat a little bit more. And then exhale, we keep that connection, just drawing the front of the rib cage together. All right, so again, making that strong connection with the back of your ribs and your mat. From here, we're gonna float your arms up to the sky and then just kind of feel for the front part of your ribs. Think about the connection between your ribs and your hips and how our abs are connecting those two bony structures together. We want to try to keep this nice neutral position where we've got just a little bit of space in between them. With our arms reaching up to the sky, take a big inhale. Think about pulling your ribs down towards your hips just to make sure they don't pop up towards the sky. And then exhale, reach your arms back up to the sky. So on our inhale, our abs are working to pull the ribs down towards the hips. And then exhale, the abs get to relax a little bit as we go up. Well, let's see what happens if we don't make our abs work. So inhale, let your ribs kind of pop up towards the sky as your arms reach up. Again, we start to arch our back up away from the floor and we're like, that can't be good. And then exhale, as the arms come back up, the ribs naturally pull down. We'll try that one more time. Inhale, we exaggerate as we reach our arms up, the ribs pop up and we're like, ooh, definitely don't want to be doing that. And then exhale, the arms come back up. So we'll try that again, this time no rib popping, right? Inhale, the arms reach up, the ribs pull down. The abs have to work if the arms go up overhead. And then exhale, our arms float back up to the sky. And we'll get one more inhale, float the arms up. The abs are working just to stretch our arms. And then exhale, arms float back up. All right, from here, you're gonna just bend your elbows, make like a goalpost shape with your arms. So elbows are bent, the backs of the hands are flat on the floor. And then just kind of feel for your shoulder blades. So we wanna find a spot where our shoulder blades are resting nice and even. Right now, with our elbows open up wide, our shoulder blades might be kind of pulling in towards each other. We just want to make sure that we're not shifted or pressing more weight on one side or the other. With our arms here, let's make sure the ribs are connected, pulling the rib cage down, and then our hip bones are nice and even. We'll take a nice big inhale in here. On your exhale, just close your elbows. So bring your arms together so they meet right over your face. You'll feel your shoulder blades glide across your ribs and pull apart. And then inhale, open the arms up and the shoulder blades pull back together. We'll do that again. Exhale, pull the arms together, the shoulder blades pull apart. And then inhale, our arms open up, the shoulder blades pull back together. So pretty small movement since we're actually lying down on the shoulder blades, but you just want to feel that nice mobility of the shoulder blades gliding up and down. We'll get one more here. Exhale to close. And then inhale, we open. This time we're going to start to draw some little snow angels with our arms. So it'll be an inhale, reach your arms up overhead. They kind of circle up overhead. And then exhale, pull back down to that nice little goalpost shape. Maybe it's a little wider. So just gliding along the earth, reaching the arms up, and then gliding the arms down, feeling the shoulder blades glide across our ribs as the arms reach up. And then glide down the ribs as the arms come down. We'll get one more here. We reach the arms up. And then arms come back down. From here, you can just reach your arms all the way down by your sides, palms facing down towards the floor. We're going to check in with our head and our neck. So from here, we want to make sure our gaze is straight up to the sky. Our nose and chin are in line with our forehead. We're not tucking our chin. We're also not looking back behind us to see what's going on back there. We're looking straight ahead or straight up. All right, from here, take a nice big inhale. On your exhale, just do a slight little chin nod. So just nod your chin down towards your chest and then look back up to the sky. So exhale, we slightly nod our chin to our chest. I can see the tops of my knees now. And then inhale, I'm back to looking up at the sky. We'll get two more. Exhale, slight little chin nod. And then lift back up. And then one more slight little nod. And we lift up. We're going to bring our hands behind our head. You can interlace your fingers. Really press your head into your hands and your hands into your head. We're going to add in a little C curve here. Taking a nice big inhale. On your exhale, slightly nod your chin to your chest. Exhale, curl your body up. Now we're looking at maybe our knees or our thighs. Inhale, we're just going to hold here. Feel your ribs expand to the front, the sides, and the back. And then exhale, roll your body all the way back down. Inhale, we get ready. Exhale, slight nod of your chin. And we peel our body up. Feel for those hips staying nice and even, the rib to hip connection, and then our shoulder blades resting nice and neutral on our backside. Exhale, we roll it all the way back down. Two more like that. See if you can keep your elbows open nice and wide. Exhale, curl your body forward. Belly button draws in. Inhale, we just hang out here because it feels so good. And then exhale, we roll all the way back down. Last one here, big inhale in. Exhale, roll your body up. Inhale, we hold on. Exhale, we're going to reach our arms out nice and long so they come down by our side. We're still in that C curve. We'll take a big inhale. On your exhale, pull your belly button in. See if you can curl your body forward just a little bit more, just to kind of warm up your abs and say like, hey, we're here to work out. Nice big inhale. And then exhale, we roll all the way down. Arms rest down by your side. Whew. All right, we're going to warm up our hips a little bit next. And so we'll keep our feet bent, our knees bent, feet flat. We're going to start with our right leg, and we're going to kind of draw some circles with our right leg. How it'll look is we're going to allow our right knee to dip over to the left side. And then from there, you're going to slide your right leg forward and then let your knee open up to the right side as you pull your leg back in. So our knee dips over to the left and we straighten out our right leg. And then our knee opens up to the left opens up to the right as we bend our right knee back in. So we're just going in towards the middle of the body and then opening out to the side of the body as we're bending and straightening out our legs. As we're doing these little rotational movements, think about what's happening through both hip bones, right? Our right leg is moving, but our pelvis, our right hip is staying nice and steady. So really try to keep your hips even and then keep that left leg nice and still. We're going to do one more in this direction and then we'll just go the opposite way. All right, so bending the right knee in. This time we're going to open our right leg over to the right and then straighten out our leg. And then we rotate into the left as you bend your right knee back in. So we open out to the side, stretch our leg out, and then bring our leg in towards the middle as you pull your knee back in. We'll get a few more here, just really working to warm up the right side of the body, our hips, our quads, and our hamstrings. We'll get about 2 more here, really feeling that medial rotation on the way in and then lateral rotation on the way out. And then after this next one, we'll be switching sides. All righty, so we bend the right leg, set your foot down flat, make sure those hip bones are nice and even, right? Pelvis stays nice and even. We start with the left leg. You're gonna allow your left knee to cave in towards the right as you straighten out your left leg. And then the left knee opens up over to the left as you bend your knee, bring it back to the center. So we rotate in medially and then rotate out laterally as we're just kind of sliding our leg in and out. Nice little push and then pull. Check in with the right side of your body. Make sure hips are nice and even, right? We're not doing the hula as we're lying down on our mat. And then our right leg staying as still as we can keep it. And we're going to get one more in this direction. And we'll meet back in the center. We'll try going the other way. So our left knee opens up over to the left. You straighten out your left leg in that external rotation. And then turn your knee in towards the middle as you pull it all the way back in. You may notice that you have more mobility as you open up out to the side versus as you open up in towards the middle. And that's totally normal, but that's why we're working it, right? We want to make sure we've got good mobility in both directions. We've got about 3 more here. Check in with your abs. Make sure they're making that connection from your ribs to your hips. The backs of your ribs aren't popping up away from your mat. And then again, of course, our hips are staying as even as we can keep them. We'll get 1 more here. Okay, so relaxing. Go ahead and just bring the bottoms of your feet together, knees apart, and just stretch out through those inner thighs. All right. So we are going to grab our first band. We're going to grab a hold of our long band to start off, okay? If you have a long band, great. If not, no big deal, okay? So we'll have our knees bent still, feet flat. We're going to take our hands into the band to start off, okay? And so let's start by reaching our arms straight up towards the sky. And you want to have a little bit of tension here with your arms reaching straight up to the sky. All right, so we'll take a big inhale in and a big exhale out. On your inhale, you're just going to bend your elbows, pulling the band apart a little bit. Elbows are going to come out wider than your mat, and your wrists are lined up right on top of your elbows. So we're kind of pulling out on the band as we go down. And then we reach the arms back up, and hands just come right above your shoulders. So it's an exhale, pull the arms down, pulling the band apart. And then inhale, reach your arms back up to the sky. As you pull your arms down, feel your shoulder blades kind of pull in towards each other. And then as you reach your arms back up, feel your shoulder blades go back to a nice neutral position. So we exhale, pull the arms down. Think about keeping your chest open. We're pulling the shoulder blades together so the chest gets a stretch, and then our arms reach back up. While the arms are moving, everything else in our body is just holding on to that nice neutral position that we worked to achieve this morning already, right? Gaze is straight up towards the sky. No need to watch the band. The arms have got it. Back to the ribs are staying connected into our mat. And then our hips, of course, are just relaxing. We'll get 2 more for now. Exhale, pull down. And then inhale, reach back up. And we'll get 1 more. Exhale, we pull down. And then inhale, the arms float back up. From here, we'll take a nice big inhale. On your exhale, you're going to reach your arms all the way up overhead by your ears. And then inhale, we float our arms back up to the sky. So same thing like we were doing with our warm-up. As our arms reach up, we pull the ribs down, right? We're counterbalancing that movement to make sure our rib connection stays nice and strong. And then we float back up to our nice neutral position where it's a little bit easier for the abs. All right, we are going to add on, now that we've got this, exhale the arms, reach up overhead. When you get there, pull your arms apart just slightly, just wider than shoulder width distance. And then bring your arms back to neutral and float them all the way back up. So it's an exhale to reach your arms up overhead, pull the band apart, bring the band back in, and float your arms back up. So we're challenging the stability at the rib cage. We're also adding in some mobility at the shoulder blades, working a little bit of rotation through the shoulder blades as the arms pull apart. The shoulder blades rotate downward and in towards each other. As the band comes back to center, the shoulder blades rotate back out to the side. We're going to get two more here. Reach your arms up overhead. Don't forget about the ribs. Open up the arms. Bring the arms back together and float it up. And then we'll get one more. Arms reach up. We open up. And then bring the arms together and float it all the way back up. All right, from here, arms can just hang out right up in the sky. We'll give them a little bit of a break. Feet are about hip distance apart and knees are stacked right underneath our hips. We're still in our neutral pelvis, so we'll take a nice big inhale. Exhale, just squeeze your glutes, lift your hips up, make sure your knees are tracking straight forward. And then inhale, just lower your hips back down. So exhale, the glutes wrap around the hips to help us lift up away from the floor. And then inhale, we just lower those hips back down. We've got a few more here. Exhale, hips lift up. And then inhale, hips lower back down. The knees keep tracking forward. We've got about 4 more here. As we're keeping our arms up in the sky, make sure shoulders aren't creeping up by your ears, okay? We'll get 3 more here. Exhale to lift up, squeezing those glutes. They're warming up, so maybe we can lift those hips up like a centimeter more. Last 2, try to have that nice straight line through your body, no shifting side to side with those hips. Next time you lift up, just hold it right there. All right, we're going to take an inhale, bend your elbows, pulling the band apart. Exhale, straighten out your elbows, hold it there. Inhale, the hips lower down to hover, and then exhale, they lift back up. Inhale, the elbows bend, we pull on the band. Exhale, straighten out the arms, and then inhale, lower down the hips. That's 2 out of 8. Bend the elbows and reach it up, and then lower the hips down and bring them back up. As we're doing this motion, right, think about the stability happening at the same time. When the arms are moving, the glutes, abs, and back muscles are working to stabilize the lower half of the body. And then when the hips are moving, our shoulders, our ribs are working to stabilize the upper part of the body. I totally lost count, so we'll get like 3 more. Down and up, and then bend and straighten. We'll go 2 more after this. Here we go. Elbows bend, hands reach up, and then hips down and up. And then last one here. And lift up the hips. We'll keep the hips right there. We're going to thaw out the upper body here. Inhale, the arms are going to float all the way up overhead. Now, we can't feel the ground underneath our ribs, but still think about that connection from your abs. Ribs pulling down towards your hips. Exhale, float your arms back up to the sky. We'll do that again. Inhale, the arms float up overhead. And then exhale, the arms float back down. We're just hanging out in our bridge. Let's add on. Arms reach up overhead. Hold it there as you pull apart on the band. Bring the band back together and then float your arms back up. We'll try that again. Arms reach up overhead. We pull apart on the band. Bring the band back in and float your arms back up. 1 more till we add the lower body. Arms float up. We open up. Close the arms and float them up. Hold the arms up. Let's lower the hips down to hover. Squeeze the glutes. Bring it up. Arms reach up overhead. Pull out on the band. Bring the band back to center, float it up, and then lower your hips down and bring them back up. There we go. There's our 2 out of 8. Arms up, and then hips down, hips up, and then arms overhead. So really, really have to be mindful about our rib to hip connection, right? Because we do not want to arch our back when we're lifted up off of the floor. So we're being really purposeful about our abdominal connection, right? Making sure that our belly button's pulling in, our ribs are pulling down towards our hips, especially as our arms are reaching up overhead to help us maintain stability at the ribs and control of the movement. Glutes should be warming up a little bit here, yeah? All right, not yet. I know you guys have glutes of steel. We'll just keep going until they start firing up, okay? We'll get about 3 more here, hips down, and then up, arms up, out, in, and back to the top. Last 2. All right, and here goes last one, best one. When the arms reach up to the sky, we're going to hold it there. You've got little pulses with your hips up and down. So feel the glutes relax a little bit and then tighten as you lift back up. If you want just a tiny bit more, add some little pulls out on the band, little tiny pulls. So the hips are going up, the arms are pulling out, the abs are pulling in, and we're just breathing here. We've got 4 and 3. Keep those knees tracking straight forward. Last 2. And then last one, hips all the way up. We'll bring the hips all the way down. Ooh, go ahead, pull your knees into your chest, give your body a little hug. All right, back side of the body gets to take a break. Cool. You're going to take your band, place your right foot into the band, okay? I'm going to do a little crisscross with my band. If you want, you could tie the band around your foot, whatever feels good for you, okay? From here, the right leg's going to come up in the tabletop. We're still working in our neutral pelvis, neutral spine, so just make sure the hips stay nice and even. I'm going to hold on to the band with both hands and just hold it right on top of my ribs. Really important if you want to make this more challenging, try not to let your arms move, okay? Take your left foot up and just have it join your right, and we're going to be in a lateral turnout here. So heels are together, toes are apart. One foot's in the band, one foot's not. If you don't have a band, no problem. This will be extra fun for you, okay? So taking a nice big inhale. On your exhale, straighten out your legs, find imprint spine. Feel the pelvic floor muscles lift, belly button pulls in, lower back lengthens out. And then inhale, bend your knees and bring it back in. So exhale, we straighten out our legs, push the toes forward. And then inhale, bend your knees and bring it in. You can play around with the angle with which you're straightening out your legs, right? A higher up angle is going to give you a little bit more abdominal control. A lower angle is going to make it a lot harder to get into your imprint spine. So just make sure you're able to find good form, good posture, no matter where the legs are. All right. So we've got about 4 more here, trying to keep the arms still so that the right leg gets resistance the further away it gets from your body. And then we'll go 2 more here. Make sure shoulders aren't curling forward. We're keeping the chest open. Next time your legs straighten out, hold it there. We'll go parallel position with your legs, so all 10 toes point in the same direction. Inhale, lift your legs straight up to the sky. And then exhale, lower your legs down to your version of a 45-degree angle. Inhale, the legs lift up. Exhale, we only lower the legs down as low as we can maintain imprint. And then inhale, bring them right back up. All right, so make sure that your legs are moving evenly, right? Just because one leg has a band, one leg doesn't mean that they're going to work at a different pace. We want to really work both legs nice and even. And then try not to let the left leg rest on the right leg. Make sure that left leg is working. We'll get 2 more here. We lower down and then lift back up. And then next time we lower down, well, let's lift up one more time. And then this time when we lower down, we'll hold it there. Keep your left leg where it is. Bring your right leg up to the sky. As you lower your right leg down, have the left leg come up. And then we switch. And switch. So one leg goes down and one leg comes up. Awesome. We've got 3, 2, and 2. And then last one. We'll go ahead and connect the legs, bring them straight up to the sky. Ooh, this feels like a vacation. Flex your feet, open your legs out wide to the side, and then bring your legs back up, point your toes. So flex the feet, open your legs out wide, and then zip your legs closed, reach them up. We've got two more here, flex and open, and then point and lift. And one more, flex and open, point and lift. We're going leg circles next. Flex your feet, open your legs just about as wide as your mat. Lower your legs down, point your toes, and circle it around. So we flex our feet and open, lower down, point your toes, and lift up. Ooh, these legs are getting heavy. Open up and lower. Point, connect, and lift. One more in this direction. We open and lower. And then connect, hold it up at the top. We're going the other way. Point your toes, lower down, flex your feet as you lift up. We've got three, point and lower, flex and lift. Woo. Last two, point and lower, flex and lift. And then one more, point and lower, flex and lift. And then go ahead, bend your knees, set your feet down. Ooh, I forgot, actually, we're not done. Left leg's gonna go into the strap with the right leg, okay? So both feet are into our strap. I'm gonna make like an X shape with my strap, okay? Both legs are up in the sky, so this will feel like a little vacation for the left leg. All right, so both legs are up in the sky and in the band, okay? We're holding on to the strap with both hands. We're gonna take a nice big inhale. On your exhale, just nod your chin to your chest, curl your body forward, and allow your legs to lower down, like maybe to a 45-degree angle, maybe not even that low. And then inhale, lower your head and chest down, the legs come back up. All right, arms are stretching out nice and long, and they're kind of helping us curl forward with our exhale. And then they help us bring those heavy legs up as we lower back down with our inhale. We're gonna get three more. Exhale to curl forward, the legs go down a little. And then inhale, we lower back down as the legs come up. If we want a little bit more, as we curl forward, maybe we come all the way up into a teaser. Woo, and then we go all the way back down, bringing our legs up. And as we roll up, we really feel that abdominal connection. If it helps, you can bend your knees as you roll down. That might give you a little bit more control. We'll get one more here. Exhale, we curl it up. Woo, and then inhale, we roll it all the way back down. Okay, now we take the right leg out of the strap. We're gonna take our left leg into tabletop position. Again, we're finding a spot where we can hold on to the band without our right leg or without our arms moving with the force of the leg. The right leg comes to join the left leg, and we're in our lateral rotation here. So heels in, toes out. Taking a nice big inhale, exhale to straighten out your legs, find imprint spine once again. And then inhale, bend your knees back to tabletop. Exhale, we straighten out the legs and push. And then inhale, bend your knees and bring it back in. That's it, just a little leg press. And then bring it in. We're thinking about our abs and pelvic floor muscles as our legs lengthen out nice and long. Our abs pull in to protect our spine, help us find imprint. And then we can go back to neutral as our knees bend if that feels nice. We've got three more here. Exhale, we push. And then inhale to pull. And we'll go two more. And then bring it in. And then next time the legs are straight, hold it there. Just turn your legs to parallel. Both legs lift straight up to the sky. And then both legs lower down. That's it. Inhale, we lift up. And then exhale, we only go as low as we can maintain imprint spine. Right? And our body's getting a little tired since we've been working so hard so early on a Saturday morning. So we're like, okay, body, just get me through this class and then get a break, okay? Here we go. Four more. We lower the legs down. And then lift them back up. Try not to let your arms move with the band. Make that left leg work. We've got two more here. We lower. And then lift up. Check out your upper body posture. Gaze is still straight up to the sky. Next time the legs lower down, we hold it there. Right leg stays still. Left leg lifts up. And then we switch. And switch. Working to keep the hips even though our two legs are doing two totally different things. We've got 4 and 3 Last two. And then last one, the legs come together. We're going to take our legs straight up to the sky. Flex your feet, open up your legs, and then point your toes, lift your legs up. So we flex and open, and then point and lift. Last two, flex, open, point, and lift. Last one. All right, circles are coming up next. We flex our feet, open up hip distance or like mat distance, point your toes, circle your legs around, and lift up. We flex and open, lower, point your toes, and bring it up. Last two, flex, open, point, and lift. Last one, open, push down, and lift. We'll go the other way, lower your legs straight down, open up at the bottom, float your legs up. We lower down, open up, float, and connect. Last two, we point on the way down, flex on the way up. And then last one. Whoo, sweep those legs up. Right leg comes into the strap with your left. Again, I'm going to make an X shape with my strap just to give me a little bit more support. Taking a nice big inhale, our legs are reaching up towards the sky. Exhale, nod your chin to your chest, curl your body forward, right? And it's your version of teaser for today. So however high up your body wants to go, big inhale, we roll it all the way down, maybe bending our knees on the way down. All right, legs reach up. It's an exhale to curl forward, maybe C curve, maybe a little higher, and then inhale to roll it all the way back down. We'll get two more here. Exhale, we roll it up. Feeling the abs work to help us lift our body, and then we roll it all the way back down. We'll get one more here. Exhale, curl it forward. And then roll it all the way back down. Yahoo! All righty, so we're going to take our feet down onto the floor. I'm going to keep holding on to the band with both hands and keep both feet in the band, okay? You can kind of play around with if you keep your band crossed or not, but we're going to straighten our legs out all the way. And our hips are like, oh my gosh, thank you. I need that little stretch. All right, not for long hips. Here we go. Nice big inhale. We're going to work our Pilates roll-ups next. Taking a nice inhale to prepare. Exhale, nod your chin to your chest. And then curl your body all the way up to seated. All right, we'll come up nice and tall when we get there. We're holding on to the band. Exhale, pull your elbows back. Nice little stretch through the chest. Straighten out your arms, and then roll it all the way back down. All right, so band is kind of helping us out here. Big inhale. Exhale, we curl it forward. The band pulls us towards our legs. We're like, thanks, band. Once we get up nice and tall, elbows pull back, we sit up tall, stretch your elbows out, and then tuck the tailbone, roll your body down nice and slow. The band's helping us slowly roll our body down. Big inhale in here, exhale, curl it forward. Nice, inhale up nice and tall, pull those elbows back with your exhale. Inhale to stretch, and then exhale, roll it down. Belly button pulls in. We slowly roll it all the way back down. We'll get two more just like that. Big inhale. Exhale, we curl it up. Nice. Inhale, we stack the spine. Exhale, elbows pull back. Inhale, we stretch the elbows out. And then exhale, we roll down nice and slow. Our abs are the brakes. Woo. All right, last one here, big inhale. Exhale, nod your chin to your chest, curl it forward, roll it all the way up. We sit up nice and tall, pull the elbows back, stretch the elbows out, and we're just going to stay right here, okay? From here, we're going to do some single arm rows, okay? Feel free to change up the grip on your strap if you want more or less resistance. All right, we'll start with the right arm. Exhale, right elbow is going to pull back by your side. And then inhale, right arm stretches out. Exhale, the left arm pulls back. And then inhale, we stretch out. We'll get one more like that, and then we'll add in some rotation. And then left arm. I was thinking rotation and already added it. Here we go. Right arm pulls back. We twist over to the right. Try to follow your right elbow with your eyes. And then come back to the center. And then we follow the left elbow and come back to center. Try to stay seated up nice and tall and don't lean back, okay? We just want rotation. We don't want to get any hip extension in. So really try to stack the ribs on top of your hips. Think about that rib to hip connection. Now we're just in a different position. Rotating over. Think about trying to twist out a wet rag. Squeeze out every drop of water as you're twisting over. Shoulders stay pulling down and back, and it's the elbow leading the way. Shoulder blade pulls in and down, not lifting up. We're going to get 4 on the right side. So here we go. Right arm pulls back for 4, and then we release. We're still on the right for 3, and release. We'll go for 2 more, twist, and then back to center, and then we'll get 1 more. Back to center, we do the other side. Left arm pulls back for 4, and we come back to center. We'll go for 3, and then back to center. Try to twist the ribs, but keep the hips where they are, and back to center. And then last one, back to center. Go ahead, uncross your band, place it down, and just kind of shake your legs out. Hoo-hoo-hoo. All right, so we're ready for both bands at the same time. Excited. Oh my gosh. All right, so if you have 2 bands, what you're gonna do, take your small loop band and just kind of step into it. You're gonna place it up above your knee. All right, and then if you still got your long band, you're gonna use it with your hands, okay? So once you're set up in your little loop band, we're gonna meet on our hands and knees, okay? All right, so our long band will just kind of be lengthened out nice and long. You can either hold on to it with your hands or you can just kind of rest your hands on it. We'll be doing hands working opposite of each other, so you won't need to have both hands like gripping it too tightly, okay? So from here, we've got our wrists lined up right underneath our shoulders, knees stacked right underneath your hips, and then our feet are flat. So our toes are kind of pressing down into the mat. So they're tucked under our feet, and then the toes are pressing down, okay? From here, let's just kind of give our back a little mobility. So we're gonna go for some cat-cow. On your inhale, let your belly button dip down to the floor, reach your chest forward and look out in front of you. And then exhale, nod your chin to your chest, round through your upper back, tuck your tailbone, check out your knees. Inhale, the hips push back, belly button dips down, chest reaches forward, we look ahead. And then exhale, we reverse, we arch our back up towards the sky. Let's get 1 more just like that. Inhale to lengthen and reach forward. And then exhale to round and tuck. From here, we find neutral spine. So hip bones nice and even. Feel for that nice natural curve of your lower back. Our chest is reaching forward, maybe towards your band or towards your hands, and then our gaze is just slightly out in front of our hands. We'll take a nice big inhale in here, and nice big exhale. We're gonna start with our right arm. Right hand's gonna hold on to the band. Taking a nice big inhale, reach your right arm out in front. We get a little bit of resistance as we do so. Exhale to lower back down. We don't want it to be too tight because we're gonna lose good form as we reach forward. So find the amount of resistance that allows you to keep your chest square down towards the floor. Keep your weight nice and centered and your hips nice and even. We're gonna go 3 more little reaches with the right arm. And then 2 more. And last one. And we'll place the right arm down. Switch it out for our left. The left hand grabs a hold of the band. That's a nice inhale. Reach the left arm forward. And then exhale, lower down. Totally normal if one side of our body is a little bit stronger or a little bit not as strong, right? So we just adjust accordingly. We meet our body where it's at because the most important thing with these exercises is what's happening through our spine, right? And we're looking for spinal stability. So it doesn't matter if we're pushing a 50-pound band or a 5-pound band. All that matters is that we're protecting our spine and strengthening all the muscles surrounding it. Let's get 2 more. Reach it out and then bring it down. And then last one. And bring it down. All right, arms are gonna stay down. We're switching over to the right leg. Right leg's gonna stretch out nice and long. Take a nice big inhale. Lift your right leg up and then bend your right knee so it hovers right under your right hip. So right leg stretches out long. We lift it up away from the ground and then bend your knee to hover under your right hip. We've got a few more here. We're thinking the same thing here. What's happening through my spine? What's happening with my core? Am I shifting my weight over to the left? If so, maybe I don't want to kick my leg back as far. Or maybe I just need to remind my abs to work a little harder. Pull my belly button in, lift my chest up away from the floor. Last two here. We stretch our right leg out. And then we bring it back in. And we'll get two. And then last one. All right, right leg pulls in, and we switch it over to the left. We stretch that left leg out nice and long, lift it up, and then bring it in to hover under the left knee. Think about what's happening through your upper body, right? Are we starting to tense through our upper body now that we've got a leg lifted? How can we really stabilize those shoulders, right? Think about pulling the shoulder blades together and down, lifting your chest up away from the floor and just slightly separating through those upper shoulder blades. We'll get last two. And then last one. All right, so there's our option one, layer one, right? Maybe we're just doing arms, just doing legs, or maybe we're gonna put the whole thing together, okay? So I would start with my right arm and my left leg. So right hand holding onto the band. Let's start with that left leg stretching out nice and long. We're gonna reach the right arm forward, lift our left leg up away from the floor, and then we bring everything back into center. So it's an exhale to reach and lengthen, and then inhale, we bring it back to center. We exhale, lengthen. What's happening with your head? Are you looking at your right knee? We wanna keep looking towards the front edge of our mat. Is your chest getting closer to the ground? How can you lift up away from your left shoulder? And then is your belly button doing its job, pulling the belly button in, lifting up through the lower back? Last two, reach it out. And then bring it in. And last one, reach. Bring it all the way in and just switch sides. Left hand gets the band, right hand gets a brace. Well, not a real brace, but you know. All right, left hand has the band, right leg stretches out nice and long. Start here with your chest lifted and belly button pulling in and just see how long you can keep it, okay? Nice big inhale, exhale, we reach the left arm forward, lift up your right leg. Inhale, bring everything back in. Exhale, we stretch it out and reach, and then inhale, bring it back in. Uh-oh, I gotta remind my belly button to stay pulling in and up. Keep giving me support. Here we go, we've got five. Reach, reach, reach. And then bring it in. And we'll go for four. And bring it in. Last three, stretch. And bring it in. Last two. And we're in. Last one, reach. And then bring it all the way in. Oh, okay, let's lay down. We're gonna lay all the way face down onto your mat. We'll still keep our toes where they are. We're just gonna have our elbows be bent so that our hands are kind of like lined up with our shoulders, and we'll hold on to the band, but again, not too tightly. So just enough so that our body is getting a little bit of resistance, but again, our main focus here is gonna be spinal extension now that we're in the prone position, so we really wanna focus in on that. All right, let's start by looking down at the floor. Take a nice big inhale and an exhale. Whew. All right, on your inhale, press your hands and your elbows into the floor. Peel your head and chest up away from the floor. And then exhale, chest and head come back down. All right, so we're stabilizing through the arms. Inhale, we just peel our chest up. And then exhale, we lower our chest and head down. Let's get two more. Inhale, we lengthen and lift up. And then exhale, we lower everything down. Next time you lift up, hold it there. Inhale, lengthen, lift up, and hold. On your exhale, right hand's gonna lift up, and we're gonna reach it out in front. I've got like no resistance just to see what this feels like. Bring the right arm back in, and let's try the left arm. Reach it out, and then bring it in. All right, I'm gonna try gripping on my mat or my band a little tighter. Let's lower the head and chest down. Inhale, lift up your head and chest. Adding a little bit more resistance, can I keep my spine stable as my arm reaches, pulling against more resistance? And then bring it back in. And then left arm, same thing, stabilize my spine and bring it in, head and chest go down. One more like that. Inhale, we lengthen and lift, reaching the right arm forward, bring it back in, and reaching the left arm forward. Bring it back in, lower everything down. All right, so we're gonna give the upper back a little bit of a break, move on to the glutes. Option to keep your arms resting by your side, or you could place your hands as like a little pillow underneath your forehead, your choice, okay? So from here, we're keeping the hip bones nice and even on your mat. Legs are stretched out nice and long. We're just gonna do some hip extension work here. So taking a nice big inhale, to prepare, exhale, lift your right leg up away from the ground. Make sure your right hip and left hip stay nice and even on your mat. And then inhale, lower your right leg back down. Exhale, the left leg lifts up. And then inhale, we lower back down. Again, the band is giving us minimal resistance, right? Because our main goal is spinal stabilization. The band is just kind of there to give us a little bit more resistance for the glutes, but we don't want too much because we're really working to stabilize our spine. All right, after this next one, let's lift both legs up away from the floor and then lower both legs back down. So inhale or exhale, lift up both legs and then lower back down. Try to keep your pelvis neutral. Don't let your hips tilt forward. We're just lifting up the legs and then bringing it back down. Next time your legs lift up, hold it there. You're gonna lift your right leg up a little higher and then lower it back down. Left leg lifts up a little bit higher and then lower back down. Two more on each side. Right leg up and then lower. Left leg up and lower. And we'll get one more. Right leg up and back down. Left leg up and down, and then lower both legs down. All right, so we've got a couple different options, right? If our back was already feeling the feels and it was saying like that is enough for me, then either focus on just the upper body or just the lower body. If you want to try out this little combo move, I'll talk us through that, but great options to either keep the legs down or just do upper, just do lower. All right, so I'm going to get set up to try out both. I'm going to take my hands back out so that they're lined up with my shoulders. Elbows can press down. And I'm using my band, but not too heavy of resistance. Taking a nice big inhale. I'm going to peel my head and chest up away from the ground and lift my legs up. And then exhale, lower everything back down. We'll get two more. Inhale, we lengthen. Our head and chest lift up. Our feet lift up. And then exhale, we lower back down. Make sure it's the glutes lifting up the legs, so our knees lift up too. And then we lower everything back down. This next one, when we lift up, we're gonna hold it there. Totally fine if just your upper or just your lower body are up. We're gonna try the right arm and the left leg reaching out. And then we bring everything back to center. And then we go left arm and right leg and bring everything back in. Try not to put too much pressure in your lower back. The legs don't need to be lifted up too high. Neither does the upper body. Really push your belly button into the mat as you're bringing everything back to center to give your lower back that support. We'll get one more on each side. We reach out with our exhale. Inhale, we come back to center. And then exhale, reach back to center. Lower everything back down. Ooh. All right, when you're ready, we're gonna slowly make our way back into a child's pose, okay? So no rush, just slowly moving our body on back. All right, so we're finally done with the long band. All right, we're gonna roll it up nice and slow. can go ahead and take the band off to the side, and we're going to meet in a nice little side lying position. Just finish off with a little bit of outer hip and ab work. All right. I know, I love Saturday morning, so we just lie down the whole day. It's like we were on our hands and knees for a few seconds. Other than that, we're just relaxing. All right. So we're getting set up here, bottom elbow right underneath our bottom shoulder. That elbow is lined up with our hips, and our hips are lined up with our feet. We're going to just take a nice big inhale in here. Make sure we're not collapsing into our bottom shoulder. We're going to do some little clamshell. So open up the top leg and then lower back down. So exhale, we rotate and open, and we lower back down. As you open up that top hip, just be mindful of what's happening with your shoulder. We're making sure we're not collapsing into that bottom shoulder, and with our ribs stay lifted up away from the floor. We'll go for 4, and then 3. Last 2, and then last 1. Go ahead, connect your legs. All we're going to do is lift our hips up. So hips come up away from the floor, and then they lower back down. Exhale, hips lift up, and then they lower back down. We're starting to touch base with our bottom obliques, helping us to stabilize as we lift up. We'll go for 3, and then 2. And then next time you lift up, just hold it right there. All right, we're going to lift up our top leg all the way so that our foot comes up too. Straighten out that top leg, bend your top knee, and then lower it down. The hips stay up. We lift up, kick it out, bend your knee, and bring it down. Hips are still up. We kick out, bend your knee, and bring it down. If your neck's getting a little fatigued, feel free to look down at the floor rather than looking straight forward. We've got 4 here. We kick, bend, and bring it in. Last 3. Keep those hips up, bend, and bring it in. Last 2, and kick, bend, and bring it in. Last 1, kick it out, bend, bring it in. Lower your hips all the way down. All right, so to move over to the other side, we're going to just roll onto our hips, okay? Roll onto our back side. You can go ahead and take your elbows down to the floor. All right. And so when you get in this position, you'll notice that, our shoulders sometimes can be a little lazy, and my shoulders just want to kind of slump down like this, and this is really cute, right? Great posture. So what I really want to think about is lifting up away from my chest, right? That way my neck is lengthened, my shoulders are open, rather than slumping down from here. So just be really mindful of what's happening through the upper body. We're going to take a nice big inhale. Pull your belly button in. Lower back needs a lot of support in this position. Exhale, lift your right leg up to tabletop, and then inhale, lower back down. Our gaze is looking up above our knees, so we can kind of see our toes lift up in our peripheral vision, but they shouldn't be right in front of our eyes because we're lifting up our chest with so much enthusiasm. Let's get 3 more here. Exhale, up, and then inhale down, and exhale up, and down. Last 2, keeping our hips nice and even here. Not rocking the hips side to side as one leg lifts up. Last 1. And up. And lower down. Let's kind of slump our shoulders. Take a little breather. Move your head a little side to side. And then find that nice length through your spine. Pull your belly button in. All right, so if you're feeling up to it, we're going to take full speed in tabletop. If this is way too crazy through the shoulders and neck, feel free to lie all the way down on your back. What I'm going to do, lift up through my pelvic floor muscles, pull my belly button in, take 1 and then 2 feet into tabletop position. From here, my feet are connected. I'm going to push my knees apart as my feet kind of zip close, and then I bring my knees back to neutral. So I exhale, push my legs out, the feet stay connected, and then inhale, come back to neutral. We've got about 6 more here. How are we doing through our shoulders and upper body? Are we staying lifted up away from our shoulders? Are we pulling our belly button in so that our lower back's getting lots of support? I sure hope so. We've got 4 more. We push the knees apart, and then bring it back in. And then 3 more. If you're feeling any tension in your lower back, please just lay all the way down on your mat. Last two. Last one, push the knees apart, hold it there, little tiny pushes out. We got 4. And 3, keep lifting up the chest, 2. And then 1, knees together, set your feet down. We're heading over to the other side. All right, so sideline number 2. All right, so we remember our setup, bottom elbow right underneath our bottom shoulder. Bottom elbow also lined up with our hip, which is lined up with our heels. We'll start with our little clamshells here. Nice big inhale. Exhale, open up. And then inhale, lower. As I'm opening up my hip, I'm thinking about my bottom ribs staying lifted up away from the floor and not collapsing into my bottom shoulder. Exhale to open, and then inhale to close. We'll go for 5. And 4. Last 3. And then 2. And here goes last 1. All right, time for some oblique fun. Nice big inhale. Exhale, just lift your hips up away from the floor. And then inhale, lower your hips back down. So exhale, we lift. And then inhale to lower. We'll go 2 more. Exhale, lift up the hips. And then inhale back down. This time when we lift up, we hold it there. All right, we're lifting our whole entire top leg. We kick our leg out, bend our knee, and then bring it back down. So it's an exhale up and out. Inhale in and down. Working to keep our hips lifted and our bottom shoulder nice and stable. Again, if our neck is not digging this move, try looking down at the floor. If our shoulder's not digging this move, feel free to lower those hips down, right? That top hip will still love you. We've got 4 more. And 3. Whew, here we go, last 2. And then last 1. Kick it out, hold it there, little pulses, 4. 3. Here we go, 2. And then 1. Bend your knee, bring it in, all the way down. Let's roll on to our back side. You can take the band all the way up. Whew. All right, so once we make our way onto our back side, just go ahead, pull your knees into your chest and give your body a little hug. You could say something like, good job, body. Oh, our hard band work, body, right? We were working those bands today. All right, let's go ahead, take your right leg up to the sky. Point and flex your right foot, just shake out your ankle. Sorry, you ran out of time. I had planks on the schedule and we just ran out of time. So I owe you, okay? All right, and go ahead, take your right leg, cross it over your left leg. Add more abs. We ran out of time for, so owe you that as well. All right, and let's just go ahead and wrap around that bottom left leg, and I had more outer hip work for us too. So gosh, I owe you a lot. Okay, I got it. At least it's already written down, so can't forget it. All right, and then go ahead, set your feet down. Let's just allow those knees to rock a little side to side. All right, and then coming back to center, we'll go left leg up to the sky, point and flex your foot. And then crossing the left leg over your right leg. Totally cool to stay just like this, or if you want to, you can wrap your hands around your bottom right leg and just gently pull in. All right, and then feet come down nice and flat. Just allow your knees to rock a little side to side again. All righty, and from here, just go ahead, pull your knees into your chest, give your body another hug. We're gonna nod our chin to our chest, curl our body in like a little ball. Option to place your hands behind your thighs, and you could either roll like a ball up to seated, or you could roll onto your side and make your way up to seated. Once you get there, we'll just find a nice, comfortable seated position. All right, we did it. Last Saturday in May workout. Yahoo! Okay. Let's take a nice big inhale. Right arm can reach up and overhead. Exhale, sweep across the front of your body, round your back as you do so. And then inhale, left arm reaches up and over. Exhale, sweep across. And we'll get one more big inhale to reach up and over. Exhale, sweep. And left arm, reach. And then sweep. Roll it up nice and slow. Just roll your shoulders back. All right, and that's a wrap for our workout today. Thanks for coming to play, everyone. I know, hopefully we feel band strong, right? I almost broke my band. I was getting so into it.